on everything holy, I just got to be very clear. WrestleMania 21 has to be regarded as one of the worst wrestling games to ever drop. The time that it came out, it wasn't beating even the games before it. It wasn't even going to be Day of Reckoning 2. I don't know why Microsoft and THQ, and I think it's Super Gigante, if I'm not mistaken, who helped develop this game, did not just borrow the assets or engine of Day of Reckoning 2. This game was built virtually from the ground up, which resulted in so many bugs, so many glitches, so many issues. And even though this is a forgotten gem and this is a hidden gem, sometimes forgotten gem and hidden gems, let me just kind of break this down. Sometimes we have our favorite movies that we grew up watching, but when we look back, some of them classics are trash, but we still consider them classics, and sometimes we still love them. And I feel like that's what some fans are of this game. This game may have not been ranked the best, but to a lot of people who do love this game, it's probably one of their first times ever playing it, and therefore by default they have this like bias towards it and they love it. But God will tell you the truth. This game was not it. It had so many issues. It felt even worse than Raw 2. I'm going to show you guys here in the gameplay. We're going to go over some of the roster. It featured, a good amount of match types. It was noticed to have a somewhat of a career mode in here. A little good, but it wasn't comparable to Day of Reckoning 2. It had a nice, decent sized roster. I actually like the style and the aesthetics of this game. The UI has some bit of like animations going on. Every time you would knock your opponent, you would see the UI react to it. It was kind of cool, man. It had its own flavor to it, but it's just the time that it came out, 2005, there was so much going on. Like, it was a very important time for this game. Like, you got to remember, it was the Ruthless Aggression era. It had WWE had already, and just some history with WWE. This was during the time also they were trying to expand amongst China and other countries. They were trying to go crazy, and this was one of the games that they dropped, and it replaced the Raw franchise. It was an exclusive to Xbox. It was just a lot going on, and just, let's go over the roster real quick before we kind of get started. And I loved how this looked, even the way they were breaking down the attributes here, even though attributes don't often matter. But Batista looked great. Big Show looked kind of spooky, but he still looked like Big Show. Booker T, they disrespected him. I don't know why his eyes look like that. Bubba Ray looked good. Shit, Charlie Haas looked excellent. Chavo looks great. Chris Benoit looked great. Chris Jericho. Christian, I'm going to be honest, you look like San Martino Morella? I forgot his name. But no, cut that shit out. Devon, I'm not gonna lie, looked disrespectful. He looked like Rick Ross and Mark Henry. Eddie Guerrero looked great. Edge looked like a baddie. Eugene looked like a caricature version of Sami Zayn. Garrison Cade, Hurricane, Doofus Batman, JBL. You had John Cena, Kane, Kurt Angle, Matt Hardy, Randy Orton. These overalls are disrespectful, but of course it was 2005. Some of these guys became some of the most memorable superstars of all time. Rene Dupree, we had Rey Mysterio, Rhino, Ric Flair, Rob Van Dam, Scotty 2 Hotty, Shawn Michaels, Shelton Benjamin. You had Spike the Dookie Dudley. I ain't gonna lie, 59 has made a lot of sense. It was a crash out. Tajiri, Triple H, Undertaker, Val Venus, Jesus, Jazz. The lady, oh my God, they had Jackie Gator. Yo, we just watched Tough Enough Season 2. We're still watching it on my YouTube channel. You guys got to go ahead and tune into that. I mean, on my Twitch channel, you got to follow me so we can watch it live together. Yo, I didn't know she was a crackhead now. I seen a video of her going viral. I was like, what? It's so sad. Of course, Nydia. Oh, Nydia Luna's here. Nydia, Stacey Keebler, Trish Stratus, Batista. Okay, we back to it. So there's some wrestlers. I think there's some unlockables or whatnot. But just rest assured, like, this game, just a lot of issues, a lot of problems that it had. And, we could further discuss it, during the matches and stuff like that. But I wanted to bring this to you guys because, of course, it's still a hidden gem. It's literally the like Leprechaun in the Hood. And anybody would tell you if they watched it, they fucking love that movie. But let's be honest, that movie was rated to be one of the lowest rated Leprechaun movies, period. But we love that shit. That's my shit. That's what this is. It's like Leprechaun in the Hood type shit. We love this game. It was wrestling. But man, when you play it, this game was heavy on like camera switches, and it just did a lot, you know. It did a lot, and it's always one of those questionable things. You know, SmackDown versus Raw, I think the one with Vince came out that year with Vince's face. This came out Day of Reckoning. Like, yo, Ukes and THQ, what was y'all doing? Y'all was out here releasing different wrestling games, and nowadays we only get one wrestling game amongst all platforms, you know. But back then we used to really get like certain games for certain platforms, and I ain't gonna lie, GameCube was really winning. GameCube was winning with them little ass discs. GameCube was winning. And wrestling, man, is just at a crazy stage right now. I would love to start up even on my main channel, if you guys go ahead and subscribe to that, we had like 70K there, but I'm very inconsistent. I would love to just talk a lot of wrestling. I would love to. I'm a little nervous, a little self-conscious, but if you guys like my commentary here and you feel like maybe we could really talk deep about what's been going on with, you know, everything, The Rock, and how now he just like I ain't gonna lie, he stole the show from Cody. I don't like that, but like I could really break shit down if y'all really was interested. I would have a great time. But let's get this shit started, man. Oh man, y'all ready? I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all in the comments are gonna probably be like, yo man, I love this game. Really try to revisit this game. This was a bitch to get working, by the way, on this emulator, but yeah, I'm here for y'all. Let's get this shit popping. Before we get started, I have to just say this. It took me 3 hours just to get this match going. I had to switch my opponent. I have to re-download games. I had to do a whole bunch of shit just to get this going. This might actually be the fastest or the most like shortest wrestling video that I've ever done. But a part of me did not want to just give up on at least bringing you this classic. I promise. You guys know me. I love my long lengthy ass pause, man. That shit just sounded crazy. I love giving you guys hour-long videos. That shit sounded nuts. Anyways, though, I don't know what's going on. The emulator just ran like shit, and the game looked like it's two-tone, so I apologize. But I couldn't like forgive myself for just dropping this title. It just ran so poorly, and it doesn't make the case any better for this game, because again, this game was sort of like a dumpster fire. It didn't compare at all to Day of Reckoning, Day of Reckoning 2. And it just went a whole different route. You're gonna see here in the gameplay, it went a whole different route. The way finishers were done. I love the animated like effects of the UI being utilized throughout every kind of hit, whatever, because you'll notice when you watch. I couldn't show you guys the actual entrances, but the game did not run well. So there might be some imperfections going on. You might see some UI issues or something like that, but just forgive me. I'm just trying to bring you guys what used to be or considered a classic in our childhood. Now, remember, not all classics are good. You got some shit. We got like hood classic movies. You got Leprechaun in the Hood and shit like that, which honestly was one of the lowest rated horror movies, but the shit was fire. You got Mortal Kombat, which was trash, but it's a classic because I love that movie to death. So like, you know, some classics are often trash. Some of them, depends. But in this case, this is one of those classics that is trash. And it is not recognized by a lot of people to be the top tier wrestling game. It felt dated. But let's get right into this. And Jesus Christ, in the name of the Lord. So you could tell the screen might be a little two-tone at first. Hopefully it switches. I want to say I apologize in advance, but let's really quickly talk about this. So this game featured, you know, like a lot of sequences of like anime, like different camera angles. And I felt like this game is super stiff. When I played this game, when I first got it, I didn't recognize how stiff it was. I was a kid. I actually sold a couple of Beyblades to a friend of mine. He gave me like a couple bucks. I went to Rockwell Comics, oh shit, he reversed me, which was a spot out in Queens, where I used to live in New York, before they closed down. And I bought this game used. They had it. So it was, for me, it was an experience. I loved it. It's just, man, this game in comparison, it's almost like when you play the Budokai and the Tenkaichi games and you try to go and you play like another whole Dragon Ball Z game that came out for like the PS3, it just didn't age well. Another thing this game did was it didn't even tell you, oh shit, got him. It didn't even tell you how to pin. I guess you just guess on your own. But you know, the sounds were good. The game didn't look bad for the platform that it came out on, but I just don't know why Ukes didn't decide to, you know, just reuse that assets or the graphics engine or whatever from Day of Reckoning 2 and just put it in here. And they went a whole different route with it. You know, I guess to make it unique. I don't know. I know Wrestle Kingdom 2 used an overhaul. They used the overhaul. How do I say this? Oh shit, he's fucking me up, man. Ooh, he got me. It uses the engine, it uses the graphics and stuff like that for Day of Reckoning 2, Wrestle Kingdom, which is a Japanese wrestling game. But god damn, he fucking me up. But yeah, WrestleMania 21, unfortunately, going to a lot of the modes, they're glitched out. So I do want to say I apologize in advance, and I will be revisiting this game again soon. I'm gonna definitely try to cop an original Xbox, get the game, and I will absolutely give you guys like a fair assessment of this game and how I feel about it. But you can just kind of get an idea from this game what you was getting yourself into during this time. And you see the fire meter on the top left. It's an indicator, and I hate that it's like limited on moves. The fire meter on the left was your special, and when it goes all the way to the top, it means you have your special. Now, I know, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm beating his ass up, and I ain't gonna lie, I got it at the hardest difficulty. I know, let me see something. I know when you start fucking somebody up, I think your health could regenerate, excuse me. Yo, this game was awful, man. Come on, John Cena. Come on, John Cena. Oh no, John Cena, weak as hell. This difficulty. Play with me. The game aesthetically and graphically didn't look like the worst. Can I get him? There we go. This is how your finishing move look in this game. Look at his eyes. Oh, that looked bad. Yo, John Cena, you look all fucked up, gangy. Oh, he getting up. Got something to prove. Damn. Holy shit. And then I think R1, you see everything is like very stiff, and they try to make it like realistic looking. But I mean, this game came out in 2005, man. It doesn't really have its, you know. It's so weird that's my reversal button is X. Finally, I was able to get up on that B. I love the sounds of the game, though. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, shit. I'll tell you that right now. The sounds of the game was cool. I kind of wish... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You see how he got his meter? I let him hit me. Oh, fuck. You see a little bit of his health is coming back? How the fuck is he getting me? Man, you got me messed up. I'm not tapping out to you, dude. The hell? Look at their eyes. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You hear from a lot of wrestling gurus or a lot of wrestling YouTube channels that are covering wrestling content. They're gonna tell you, man, this game was not the ones. This was not one of those games. Fuck me. Oh my God, my health went down for that? Oh my God, he used to pump his sneakers. I forgot. He used to pump his sneakers. Oh my goodness, he used to pump them bitches. Oh fuck. Oh, wait a minute, yo. John Cena fucking me up, son. Word. John Cena really fucking me up in this. No, stop. Yo, Ric Flair coming in? Yeah, Rick. Come on. Yo, Rick, where your eyes at, B? Ain't gonna lie, Ric Flair eyes is nuts. Look at Ric Flair doing his dance. Oh, you getting eliminated already? You getting taken out? Need my special. We got to end this fight, bro. Oh, bitch. It's time to end your career, Gengi. Come on. All right. Yo, the camera angle is so awkward. Why? Wait, I don't know why they're prioritizing his camera when he's just somebody who interfered.
2, 3.
All right. Forgive me for whatever just... Are you serious? I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I wasn't talking about the game a little bit more for y'all, just to kind of like really give you a thorough reason, just breakdown as to why this game was regarded a terrible wrestling game. Now, again, it's a forgotten gem in the sense that, oh my God, I remember this game, but it's not a fun memory because, for one, it wasn't as fun with friends. I'm gonna be honest. The game was so stiff. It almost felt like whoever can get the punch off first. I didn't care about stats in the game because of that. But let's really just talk about even the development of this game. In E3 2004, THQ and the team, I think Super Gigante or like whatever, were putting together this game. And from announcing this game as a successor to Raw 2, Microsoft decides to put out the incomplete, corrupted version of this game. And this was also when Xbox was they were actually patching games, by the way. The Xbox brand, the original OG Xbox, you gave the main copy of the game to be, I guess, outsourced to be reproduced into many copies as a buggy mess. It was a buggy version of the game. And so because of that, to the masses, a lot of people experience crippling ass bugs. We're talking about bad hit detection. People couldn't connect online. The gameplay was bad, and that was one of the major factors of that game's fallout. Wasn't the features, wasn't the roster, because it had a huge roster in the game. It wasn't the mechanics or the physics in the sense that people thought it was too like realistic looking. It was just pure gameplay was its downfall. Like, it felt stiff, and there was times you can hit your opponent. It's almost like shooting somebody in Call of Duty and you knew the hit markers were not near them, but because the hit boxes are so big and poor, like, you were still getting shot up. So like, this game really had a clusterfuck going on. Remember, we're not at that time, it wasn't like the times now where, you know, you could really do some hot fixes. No, it was a whole different process. So this game was actually the last wrestling game as well to ever come out on the Xbox platform on its own as an exclusive. And in fact, it was a replacement game for the Raw franchise. Because remember, the Raw games came out for Xbox, and due to not being as successful, that was also just the last time we seen a wrestling game on Xbox. And then we just started seeing like a multi-platform of games. Plus, it was in 2005, 2006, Xbox 360 came out anyways. But that was at the same time where SmackDown versus Raw got kind of introduced into the mix. But yeah, no, this game was definitely a dumpster fire. Again, it's a classic, but like they say with heroes in a positive notion, like, not all heroes wear capes. Same thing. Not all classics are good. Again, you guys can name me like 2-3 classic movies that you know you love so much, but you know they're trash. Like Mortal Kombat has some of the worst animations, some of the worst dialogue ever, but that movie was trash. But I love it so much. Not the new Mortal Kombat, the old one in the 90s. Also, like Rumble in the Bronx with Jackie Chan. That movie is hot garbage. I'm in love with that. Ranked to be one of the top 10, not even top 20. I wouldn't even put that in top 20. Game aesthetically looked pleasing. It looked cool, but overall experience of the game, I don't have any fun memories of that. I wish I had my Beyblades back. Okay, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We're on our way to 50K. Again, I apologize for the dumpster fire. Right, put that bitch out. I love you guys. Your boy 3G, and I'm out of here.